Hello friends, what it be, what it do? We are out here in the Yee Yee, in the Northeast Georgia mountain lakes. Had a good day yesterday. Derek busted his prop. He couldn't really fish too much. He slung an ear, as they would say. A little stain on the water today. But we're out here, we're gonna try to catch a few pre-spawn. We're trying to figure out this transition period. It's kind of like, I don't know, other guys have seen it. Like I'll see like one or two real big ones, like 7-pounders, just up cruising between the docks and whatever. But they just seem real spooky. You know, don't really want to bite. And then there's the other half of the fish. They're in their winter pattern. So, but all the fish have been greened up. We're not really seeing too many silver ones. So they're around. They're up in here. Wow, the stain finally got a little color in the water. It takes a long time. This stain here is from the rain 2 days ago. It has to go down through like 3 lakes before it gets here. And it's got one more after this. But I don't know. I have a spinnerbait tied on, but there's no wind. Hopefully have a good day. Looking sketchy this morning. That's why I got on the lake a little bit later, because I was worried about see what the storms were doing. I like to see in the morning, because a lot of times things changes at night when it comes to storms, as far as how they develop or how they dissipate. This big storm line stayed down south of us. That's one benefit of living in the mountains. The mountains will part these storms, and for us the better, because every year or every couple years, like in North Georgia, they'll get a couple big tornadoes come through, like the one that hit Gainesville. There was one a couple years ago. But the mountains, as soon as they get to these North Georgia mountains, they kind of bust it up, pushes it to one side or the other. So we're lucky with that, fortunate with that. Oh my God, there's a murder hornet on the water. So let's try to catch a few. Let's roll up here, see if we can get one on the first cast. We got this little spot up here. See if we can catch one. I want a big one. I got spoiled on the 9-pounder. You don't want to bask in your glory, but when you go like 32 years between like 9-pound bass, you know, kind of just think about it, reflect. Big bass reflection. Oh, they're running, skipping bait across the top of the water. You know what's great for that? Underspin. I want to get some dew. I want to start pouring my own heads. I don't know about, figure out what it is about melting lead. And it's one of the things I've never done. I've always kind of, I don't know. Every once in a while you see an old lead pot at a yard sale. Try to pick it up. All right, let's go. First cast. Let's go. Oh yeah. Come on now. Come on now. These bass might be onto my stuff. They'd be like, nope. I've seen that underspin here all winter. But I'm getting ready to go back to work next week, so I'll be down to probably making 1 or 2 videos a week. But I have another YouTube channel. It's called Chef Stories. I'm going to be posting a lot on that this year. What it's like to be essentially a private chef contractor. I'm lucky. I'm booked all the way up, pretty much. All the way up to about the 2nd week in November. I like to work. I love to work and I love to fish. Oh God, it's gonna be a boring intro. Come on, let's catch a fish. Come on now. Get signed up for the I-League. I know I've been saying it. Not seeing a lot of participation, which I don't know why. We should get 4 or 5 guys. I mean, it's fun. I work every weekend, you know. I can't go travel around the tournaments. I would if I could, but I can't. So That's just part of being a chef. You know, if you're a talented chef, you're pretty much going to work the weekends. You're pretty much going to work nights. That's how it goes. That's part of it. Come on now. Come on, give me a dupe. Give me a nice dupe. They haven't started generating current yet, but they will. Probably any second now. Oh, I saw you chasing too. You were chasing one. I signed up for the Queen City KBF monthly challenge for April. You have to be a member. It's only 45 bucks, but I have a membership every year. That's about the only club that I'll like pay a membership to. If Foothill changed their online lakes or added some online lakes, I would be a member of that one too. But they don't, so they just have the Foothill lakes, which whatever. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to keep me in my native a lot because they're human powered only, unfortunately, for everybody. But I guess it's kind of a good thing if you're young. If you're old, no, it's not. Come on now. Wow, nice spot. Nice spot. Oh gosh. That is a big spot. In the net. In the net. In the net. Oh, look at that one. That's like, ow. Stab myself. Beautiful spot. Look at the tummy on that one. It's never been caught before. Looks kind of embarrassed, but he's good. See, you notice there's not hardly any mud on their bellies now. Like, you'll start seeing mud on the belly in the wintertime, but not now. That's a beaut right there. God, that thing's got to be 2.5, 3 pounds. Let him go.
Be real careful, make sure you don't break it, kind of.
That's why I originally ordered that one, because I had 250 with a Silverado, and I broke a couple rod tips, like putting it out the back slider window.
Right.
Now they're power.
Wow.
A little too much power, and broke a couple rod tips. So I'm like, I gotta get this.
God, that's a big fish.
And then like 9 months later, because everybody wanted one back then, they were always going under. Now it's on the shore again.
It's brand new.
Well, we're out here in the native. We're out here, western North Carolina, close to Robbinsville, close to Topton, North Carolina. This place is remote. It's a pain in the ass to get here, but it's great fishing. I love it here. You're gonna see a lot of me here this summer. I'm gonna be fishing in the QCKBF onlines. Since they broke the lakes up between North Carolina and South Carolina now, I might have a shot. Letting Larry Wood wins everything out there in South Carolina. He's the man. But we're out here. We're going to try to catch some big smallmouth. Derek caught a giant here last time. I got skunked. So it happens. Happens to everybody. I can't even say the word skunked. Like, I say it, but I'll say it was unfortunate. Or it was a bad day or something stupid like that. But it happens. It's good. It's good every once in a while. Get a reality check. You don't want to have a reality check in a tournament, though. It sucks. But hopefully we catch some good ones. Derek's throwing the blade bait. I don't know about that. We'll see what happens. I'll be checking back with you. There's a nice little largie to start the day. It's probably 15.5 inches. He's a good one. Pretty. There's a nice smallmouth. 2 casts later. Get some sun on him. He's not a giant, but he's a good one. There you go. Look at that guy. He's all bent up. He's got like pretty fish. We'll let him go. This is the time of year here in the next couple weeks. All you guys that live in Raleigh, Durham, and work in the offices, local government, education, all those jobs, a lot of them vacation right here. They'll all be down here. They'll be trying to rent boats. They'll be credit card captains. They'll be asking everybody on the water where the waterfall is. They'll be doing it. They'll be out there yee-yeeing. There's probably not a Whole Foods within 300 miles of here. They'll have to bring all their own food. Or go to Robbinsville. Come on now. Come on now. Got 3 fish. Anytime you can come here and catch a 5 bass limit. Anytime you can catch a 5 bass limit here, you're doing good. Let's get this thing. That thing just, when Brian Latimer won the Seminole, that is like the best, one of the best YouTubes of all time. It just, I hear that in my head all the time. Belton, South Carolina's own Brian Latimer with the 5 bass limit. Wow!